Have you ever heard a story that sent a shiver down your spine? A tale so strange it couldn't possibly be true, yet felt chillingly real? What if I told you that some encounters on a lonely road are more than just chance meetings, and that a warning from a stranger could be a message from beyond the grave? This is the story of a phantom hitchhiker and a drive that defied all logic. The night was as black as ink, the only light coming from the twin beams of my headlights cutting through the darkness on a deserted country road. Miles from the nearest town, the last thing I expected to see was a figure by the roadside. It was a young woman, her silhouette faint against the backdrop of gnarled trees. She wore a simple white dress that seemed to glow in the dim light, and her thumb was pointed hopefully down the road. Against my better judgment, I felt a pull of sympathy and slowed the car to a stop. She opened the door without a word and slid into the passenger seat, the chill of the night air seeming to follow her inside. As we drove on, an unnerving silence filled the car. I tried making small talk, asking where she was headed, but my questions were met with quiet, one-word answers or just a simple, haunting stare out the window. Her presence was heavy, almost sorrowful. A few miles passed in this strange quiet, the road beginning to twist and turn as we approached a notoriously difficult stretch. Just as we neared a sharp, blind bend known locally as Dead Man's Curve, she spoke, her voice soft but urgent. "You need to slow down," she whispered, her eyes fixed on the road ahead. "The curve up there, it's dangerous." The warning was so sudden, so direct that it startled me. I turned to look at her, perhaps to ask what she meant, but the passenger seat was empty. She was gone. There was no sound of the door opening, no gust of wind, nothing. She had simply vanished as mysteriously as she had appeared. A cold dread washed over me, but her words echoed in my mind. Heeding the cryptic warning, I eased my foot off the accelerator, my heart pounding in my chest. I slowed the car to a crawl as I approached the treacherous curve, my hands gripping the steering wheel tightly. It was then that I saw it. A massive fallen tree lay completely across the road, right in the middle of the bend, completely obscured from view until the last second. Had I been going any faster, I would have crashed straight into it, a certain and fatal accident. Shaken, I carefully navigated around the obstacle and continued my journey, my mind reeling from the experience. Days later, unable to shake the incident, I mentioned it to a local at a diner. The old man's face went pale. He told me that years ago, a young woman in a white dress had died in a terrible crash on that very same curve. Every so often, they say, her spirit appears on that dark road, forever trying to save others from the same fate that claimed her life. It seems that some stories are more than just tales, and some guardian angels are found in the most unexpected of places.